monitoring. I didn't monitor. Oh, poopage. Everybody be cool, man. Oh, no, I can do this right here. I can do this right here. Everybody be cool for 1 sec. Let's monitor. I wonder if I can monitor from this computer. Probably. All right, everybody be cool. Chill out. We'll start it up in a sec. Let me just check out what's going on with us, and then we'll be in action mode. Look. All right, I did it. All right, I did it. 1 sec. Let's tune into us and see what's up. Oh my God, commercials, ads. Oh, that was some pretty hearts. Is this Teespring? Is this us? Man, who is this? This is Teespring. This is us. Wow, I'm gonna start the show in a bad mood. I just checked on the merchandise. It hasn't even been printed yet. I just, I'm waiting to give stuff away. And the necklace is on its way. The necklace is printed and on its way. Because I checked, But the hoodie, the colorful hoodie, our thing, it hasn't even been printed yet. And I got a copy of the shirt, which is the t-shirt Together It's a Beautiful Day, because I really like it. I have one in Chicago in green. I want one in black. So that stuff hasn't even been printed yet, man. What the hell? So Teespring sucks. And it's really expensive. So okay, let me do this. Hey, Gingie, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Wow, the sound is pretty good. All right, let's lose this. Let's lose that and get down to work. All right, hey, Julie, what's up? Hey, Paxton, what's going on? Hope you guys are having an amazing, amazing day. Actually, Paxton, I'll put you on the list. I don't know if you're on the Raffle list. I don't know. I thought I saw you on here somewhere. All right, we'll cruise in a sec. We'll start doing everything in a sec. All right. Calm down. I got a little distracted because, one, I forgot to put my headphones in, and the other thing is that Teespring commercial came on and momentarily pissed me off because this stuff is slow to arrive, slow to print. YouTube's got to find a better. I don't know, man. We use Teespring because of YouTube, but maybe I should look around for some other things. Actually, to let you guys know, YouTube has a bunch of different companies that they have partnered up with over the years, and the one that I've maintained relationships with, or maintained our relationship with, is Teespring. I stayed with Teespring, although I might get rid of it. I might get rid of that and switch to another company. But actually, right now, although Teespring's a little expensive and a lot slow, they're pretty good. So, and YouTube is a thing. So YouTube is. All right, next. Hey, Julie, what's up? Hey, guys, I hope everyone's having an amazing day. All right, check it out. Ink update. Okay. We'll do our messages now, and then we'll start formally in a couple of seconds. I'm also going to take the... I'll show you. I'll show you. Because, Ginger's here. I'll show you. There's... Somehow, I will show you. You see, nobody watches the... Nobody watches the overview. You guys watch the overview. I like the overview. You guys watch the overview. We all cool with the overview. But when you go to the analytics of the videos, well, I'm pulling them up for you. You'll see that what are you going to see, Sonny? What the hell are you trying to show everybody? Because I'm really not seeing it. It's like I'm not seeing what you're complaining about. It's this one. It's not this one. What the fuck, man? Where's the thing that... Oh, it's down here. Okay, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. First, let's shrink this. Why is this so big? So like, this we'll put over here for a second. Oh, that was a mistake. And this we'll put over here. If you look down, what the hell, where did I put my thing? Oh, it's over here. If you look, when we have a look, you'll see that down here, this is the video, okay? This isn't us, this is the video. You'll see that in the video, it drops right down, and this is the overview. This is the overview, the astrology overview, and this is the tarot, and in this, we start to get into the timestamps, right? Aries, 26 minutes. All right, tarot is back here. So Aries gets into it, there's a spike, and there's a spike at Aries, there's a spike at Taurus, there's a spike at Gemini, there's a spike here. There's a spike at every single fucking timestamp. But this has to be cut the fuck out of the video. This is killing the video. I've been telling you guys for years, this live stream bullshit that I do for you, I know it makes you drunk ass fucking housewives nice, but like this kills my fucking channel right here. So we'll continue to do it today. We'll continue on the lives, but I'm cutting it out. I'm cutting it out of the horoscopes. Because I'm cutting it out of the video because because it's killing the fucking you guys, it's not just about video. It kills that section. The live stream, sitting around and reading your fucking cards. That shit live, killing my fucking channel. So, and I don't really give a fuck about you guys anymore. You guys have proven to be a pain in my fucking ass. And so, that's not true. We're here for each other. So we have to figure out a way to shift this stuff up, or I'm not coming on live again. So that's the deal. We have to figure out a way to fix this, or I'm just going to shoot videos from Cancun. So something to think about. All right, next. Check it out. So we have to sort this out. One of the things I was going to do was I was going to sort it out by setting this here, our live streams, to members and moderators only. But at the same time, I don't want to charge you guys to hang out here. I'm happy to do all of this as long as it doesn't kill my channel, and it's killing the channel. Next, tattoo information. This is a studio that I'm going to. Jody was asking about this, Jojo Sunshine. The Glassbird Studio is a studio I go to. It's in Toronto, right? This is my artist dog. This dog is really cute. All right. And this is the kind of stuff they do. This chick here is super hot. Just letting you guys know, if you see her, she's super hot. And she doesn't really seem to wear pants that often. So I appreciate. And this is the kind of stuff that they do at the studio. But my tattoo artist is actually this girl here. There are links in the description box. It's actually Yuki is my tattoo artist. And she does this kind of stuff. And this is the kind of stuff that I'm getting done. It's neat. This was the original one that I was looking at. Different kind of color. Like, I like the color and stuff. All right, next. This was the last raffle. This is today's raffle. Everybody cool? Everybody cool with everything? I can't see you guys because I covered you up. All right, next. So I'm going to put a sweater on because it's a little chilly. I turned on the fireplace, but it's chilly. So this is what we have so far. Oh my God, my arm. Fuck. It's just... So this is what I have so far. It's pretty epic, man. I'm glad I went with this artist. So this is it so far. And this is what it looks like right now. And so there's a lot, like, this isn't finished yet, right? There's a lot that has to go on with it. She's a Leo moon. Oh, I figured, she told me her astrology stuff. She's a Taurus. Check it out. She's a Taurus, like a Taurus. Like, she's a real Taurus. Like, she sings when she's happy. Like, she's a real Taurus. and so, and she's not rough. She's Taurus is a gentle person. She's Taurus. And so she's a Taurus, but she has a Leo moon. How crazy is that? It's really crazy. But the cool thing is, her brain and her art are very big and expressive. Or to me, they are. And her ideas are big, bold, and expressive, which is great because I'm somewhat of a conservative guy, seeing as that I only wear one color, black and gray. And so I'm a conservative guy. So I appreciate the idea and the size, and I appreciate all that. Anyways, that's the deal. That's the deal. I didn't realize how big of an ongoing process this was. I thought I was going to go in, bang it out, arm, thing, then, you know. I thought I was just going to go in and bang it out because that's kind of the life I live. However, it turns out that it's a real process, and like it's a process, and it takes time, and I didn't realize all of this, and it's very expensive. For those who don't know, this is very expensive. I think I'm about $2,700 in, 25, 20. I don't even remember. I just give money. So I think it's like, I think I'm about 27 in, $2,700 into the tattoo. And there are at least another 2 days to go to finish this. So at the end of the thing, this thing here is probably going to cost me about 45. And then this will probably take 3 days. Like, it's going to be, this is an expensive fucking experience, man. But like, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. And I'm excited. Life is changing. I'm moving on. It's I really wish I didn't go through what I did. Hey, Sue, it's great to see you. I wish I didn't have to go through all the stuff that I went through. I wish my parents were still alive. I wish I was still, you know, but like, I don't wish anything like that, really. I'm not really lamenting anything anymore. We have choices in life. And my ex is a fucking asshole. So, like, forget it. Forget it. You have a choice. To be a fucking asshole is a choice. Right? It's a choice. When my sister says stupid shit to me that she knows I know is stupid shit, and she knows I'm letting her get away with stupid. Like, I'm letting her, she knows that. And you can see it in her. She's like, oh shit, I just said something to my brother. I better shut the fuck up. And she prays that I don't fucking annihilate her. But saying, you shouldn't say that thing. So I'm pretty cool with it. I'm pretty cool about it. But her husband is a dumbass. So like, you can't be around things. I'll tell you guys something about relationships and stuff. As I'm cruising through life, like, I'm really thinking about things, you know, I'm thinking carefully through a lot of stuff. And, you know, I was lying there, like, this week, I spent 3 days in the studio, and I'm lying there on the table just thinking about stuff, and I'm thinking, you know, how did Brandy get through to me when no one else could get through to me? Even when I was in Florida, Brandy was talking to me. Like, how is Brandy the only person in the world that I listen to? That's fucking, that's a problem on me. That's a problem on me. How is that possible? That the person that you know, but that's not what I'm trying to say. And I don't mean to throw people under the bus. I just have a lot of harsh feelings because of some things. But the truth of the matter is, I'm not really upset anymore. I'm upset with people in the world, but I'm not really upset. Like, I really am gifted, and I'm not to be arrogant or anything, but like, I walk through the world. I'm walking through, and I'm like, I haven't met the person for me yet. I just haven't met them. There's like, or I don't know who they are. Or like, it's not a big deal. But I can give you, like, there's very few people that I can actually have like a conversation that makes sense with. Like, I don't know. It's like, it's not something that I want to do. So it's bad, man. I don't even want to do clients. When you guys call, I reduce the price to make it easier for you guys. I don't want to. I don't want to sit with you guys for an hour. I don't want to sit and talk to any of you for an hour. There's no. It's not worth it for me. It's not worth it. Where the hell is that? But I will tell you something. I think it's okay, man. I think it's okay. I think I haven't found I haven't found anyone yet, and I'm okay with it because I'm not into a lot of the nonsense. So that's the deal. All right, here we go. Okay, let's do the raffle. Right, we'll spin the wheel. God, there's a dot on my right thing, right where I look, right in the center. Oh my God. I don't know. I don't know. I was upset for so long, but like, truthfully, I haven't met the right person yet. There's not. I just haven't met them. They're just they're just not there. It's not about falling in love, you know, guys. Hey, Nick, it's great to see you. I have a dot on my glasses, right on my eye, like here. I'm trying to get it off. It's not a... Motherfucker! It's good. Actually, I think it's a reflection of my lights coming in. So... Oh, man. All right, let's get in a better mood. Everybody calm down. Let's get in a better mood. Oh, that commercial really set me off a little bit. That T-string thing kind of pissed me off. And then thinking about my ex really pissed me off. And my sister's really bugging me. But you know what? Everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. We'll take it all one step at a time, and we'll sort it out. Let's do the horoscopes, and we'll do our best. So, I think for us, we'll still guess the cards because it's what we do. And we should do a little bit of an overview for us because that's kind of what we do too. But I'm gonna cut it out of the videos, and I might stop streaming and just do videos in the background. But our streams are fun. Oh my God, one more thing. Oh, Ginger, you're not gonna believe what I did, man. I shrunk my favorite sweater. I got this sweater at Costco really cheap, and I've been wearing it almost every day for like 6 months. I super love it. But I decided to finally wash my clothes. I went to the grocery store and I got laundry detergent and everything. And I shrunk the ass fuck out of my sweater. Look, this was shrunk. My sweater shrunk. My sweater shrunk. It's like, it only goes to, my sweater goes to here. I know I'm wearing black on black, right? But like, this is a sweater. This is a sweater. I could talk, like, what the fuck? I shrunk ass my sweater, man. Fuck, man. Bachelor shit, man. This is, Nikki. This is like some bachelor shit, man. Like, this is some real fucked up bachelor shit I'm going through today. Holy fuck ass. You know what I'm gonna do for dinner? I have half a barbecue chicken in the, I still do buy the barbecue chickens, but I think I'm gonna order a pizza. Fuck it, I might even drink beer. I'm not gonna drink beer. I can't exercise until the tattoo's done, right? Because you're not supposed to sweat. So, I'm going to take it easy. I was going to go for a walk, but it's getting cold. Oh, man. Hey, Ginger's laughing away. Don't you know you're not supposed to put your sweater in the dryer? What? What? Do I not know that I'm not supposed to wash my sweater and put it in the dryer? All right. Well, I also not know to get drunk in the middle of the night and phone my ex to get back together. I also not know that. This is not the place of good fucking ideas. This is not. I have not achieved good idea status yet. I'm still working. No, this is not an advice channel. This is not an advice channel. No way. I'm just telling you what's going on. Oh yeah, Julie, I don't want to touch the stove, man. I might shrink the house to the ground. It's like a tuck it into the front of my pants like a penis? That's weird. Well, if you don't have one, it's weird. Oh my God. No, that's not what you do. I know what you do. The secret, for those who don't know, if you have a sweater like this, which I might be wearing inside out, I'm not sure. When you have a sweater like this and it shrinks, what you do is you put it back in the wash and then you like stretch, when it's wet, you lay it out flat and stretch it out like that. So you don't hang it up, don't do anything. But you wash it, and then you lay it out flat, and the sweater, you should be able to stretch it like that. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, next. Fuck it. Man, you know, I buy most of my clothes at the Goodwill. But this one, I saw it at Costco, and I was like, fuck, man. Splurge. Fuck. You know, life is so weird, man. There's no problem splurging money on certain things. Like certain things like the tattoo, okay. Cam models. I spend a lot of money on cam models this summer. And the alcohol, weed. I spend a lot of money on alcohol and weed. But basic stuff like shoes. I need a pair of shoes. Because like all my shoes here are dress shoes. And in Chicago, she threw everything out. So I have to get some shoes. so like that kind of stuff. So it's that kind of stuff. And like that stuff's expensive. So it's tricky. I gotta start watching my money. I'll sort it out, man. But there's no I'm not gonna make it. I have to figure something out and sort it out and start making a lot of money again. Because I'm definitely gonna run out. Like before July 2026, I am definitely gonna run out. So even if I didn't spend anything, this house is really expensive to live here. So it's we'll take it one step at a time and see what's going on, man. So we'll do it. There are some projects in the pipe that'll sort. All right, next. Oh, Paxton, you really dry them. You do it for real. You put them in the dryer, right? On low heat? Huh. On no heat. You know what I do? I don't usually put it in the dryer. Anything that's like this, or like all my long sleeve shirts. You guys know I have all these long sleeve thin black shirts that I wear underneath everything because like it's cold all the time. I don't put those in the dryer. I lay them out to hang dry my stuff. I really do. But I don't know, man. I was a little fucked up in the last couple of weeks, so I started using the dryer, and I shrunk my clothes. All right, next. Hey, Kimberly, I hope everything is super cool. Yeah, Paxton, I can do that. I know how the dryer works, but this is just fucked up. I just fucked my shit up. Oh, my God. All right, everybody, cool. I even had this cool, instead of Tide, I switched to Gain because I thought Gain smells nice. So, all right, whatever, Sonny. All right, next. Should we start? Should we start everything? What time is it? 24 minutes? Anybody have any questions? We'll start in 5 minutes at 30, the 30-minute mark. We'll there's not a lot to cruise through today. Ah, Nikki, that's cute. You have Tricky in your head. Tricky, the rock around the Tricky, yeah. Tricky, yeah. I like that song. All right, man. Everybody cool? Sweaters aren't things that I would normally dry, man. No, we're doing the horoscopes. All right, here we go. Let me just shuffle these cards up and get on. These cat cards are kind of cute. They're pretty straight ahead. They're kind of straight ahead, but in addition to being pretty traditional, there are a couple of these cards that have some interesting kind of expressions in them. It's neat. I like this cat deck. It's the Pause Tarot. This is the deck here. This deck here. It's kind of neat. Oh man, I didn't do my camera. Fuck. I did my camera, but I didn't do this part of it. Hey Nadia, what's up? I hope you're having an amazing day. Hey Sonia, what's up? That's a weird question, man. Sonia, do you have a question? Do you have a question? You're asking an astrologer who's to write for the newspaper, a guy who teaches what my thoughts are on a full moon. I probably know everything about a full moon. What's your question? What's your question? And don't start your question with, my sign is Aries. Come on, Sonia, go ahead, ask. We have a couple minutes. What's your question about the Aries full moon? If you watch my horoscopes, not only that, I spent about a solid hour talking about the Aries full moon on the last horoscopes. So you could check there, or you could just watch my videos. You could just pay attention when I talk. But the thing is, when we have a full moon, things become exposed. And then I give real life examples, meaning a full moon. See, the moon is your subconscious, and it's what you're doing or you desire to do as a subconscious. When you use words like desire and feelings, those words actually describe your subconscious. I know you think they describe your intentions or your feelings. Your feelings describe your feelings as if it's some kind of alternate kind of thing, but it's not. That word is meant to describe your subconscious. The moon is your subconscious with everything attached to it. So when the sun shines, when the sun fully illuminates your subconscious, then people are going to see what you have going on the inside. That's why moon in the first house, right? People see the first house. That's why those people you can see, they sleepwalk. They walk in their sleep, or they talk in their sleep. Their subconscious comes out. Moon in the first house. On a full moon, what you're doing behind the scenes is fully illuminated. Would you like an example? My motherfucking tattoo. Don't make me call you guys names. I have a lot of new people watching, so I really don't appreciate you guys being stupid today. So you need to calm down. So on a full moon, the subconscious is illuminated. Stuff you're doing in the background is illuminated. So if you're going to find things out during a full moon, like you're going to find out that your boyfriend was cheating on you. You're going to find out if you're pregnant or not. You're going to find out if you got the job. You're right, but it's not the transit. It's not necessarily the transiting full moon. It has to affect or interact with your chart. Question kind of presupposes that you don't know anything about astrology except someone said there's an Aries full moon, and I think you're an Aries. So, and you want me to talk about you during the horoscopes. It's quite a selfish thing. And you didn't have a question. During a full moon, any full moon, it's illuminated. There's also more. On this channel, you have to be able to explain things throughout the different types of astrology. So even though it's the full moon was in Aries in Western astrology, I don't know what it was in Vedic astrology, but you have to be able to relate the correct information to people who follow other systems. And we do. We do. Or I do. I do, because I know what the fuck I'm doing. So like, but the instant someone says they're a Vedic astrologer, or they follow Western, or they follow that, and they don't do that, I immediately understand at a very profound level that they do not understand astrology. So they just don't. So that's just my personal thing. Do you guys really talk to each other like that? Guys are dumb as shit, man. Fuck. All right, let's go on. Let's continue. I was listening to... No, let's move on. I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. Sonny, did you not hear what I just said? I didn't say anything about Aries. You didn't hear anything I said. Why didn't you not hear anything I said? I'll repeat the exact same thing, slower. I didn't say anything about Aries. You're not paying attention. The moon is your subconscious. No Aries word was used in that sentence. The moon is your subconscious. Right? The moon is everything that's not seen. The sun is everything you see, and the moon is everything you don't see. And in the tarot, that's represented by the sun card. The sun card, the Hebrew glyph, is the front of the face. And in the moon card, the Hebrew glyph is the back of the head. So the sun, and in astrology, is what's illuminated, and the moon is what is going on the inside. That's why people use the word feelings for the moon. But the moon is not feelings. Feeling is the word they use as a desire. And it's kind of like a subconscious pull or a subconscious glue. It's extremely important in relationships because it's going to make you want to do things. So it's very strong. And in certain types of astrology, the moon is like the most important thing. Now, when you have a full moon, that moon, those things that are on the inside that nobody sees regularly, they're fully illuminated. And I will continue to use the same example because so my tattoo, this is what I've been doing. Full moon. It's on full display for you guys to see. Right? Full moon. Your subconscious is on display. I then went on to say, I didn't use the word Aries. I don't know what the fuck you're asking me that question for. I then went on to say, you're going to find things out. But it depends on how the cycle works in your chart. But generally, you're going to find out under a full moon if your boyfriend's been cheating. You're going to find out if you got the job. You're going to find out if you're sick. You're going to receive information on the full moon. In addition to that, people are going to find out stuff about you. And that tends to happen, and all of that tends to happen under the full moon. Things come to light because the sun is shining a light directly on the moon. And although that's what's going on, it also works with other planets. So when Mars is directly opposite the sun is shining on competition and aggression and outward energy. when the sun is directly opposite Venus, transiting in the sky. Well, so the sun can't be opposite Venus, okay? So the sun can't. There's no sun opposite Venus, and there's no sun opposite Mercury. But there's sun opposite other things. So like when the sun opposes, say, Jupiter, right? It's very optimistic. The sun is shining on your luck. Or when the sun shines on Saturn, it's shining a light on what's restricting you or holding you back. And it becomes very strong, right? Because the light is full. In addition to that, so that's how a full moon works. And that's how it works with the sun directly shining on any of the other planets. A full Saturn, full anything. In addition to that, we have other things, like anything, like say Jupiter and the moon. That's your optimism cycle. So just like the sun can shine on the moon and you can have a full moon, Jupiter also shines on the moon and you have this kind of full Jupiter, full moon thing. Once again, the moon is your desire, right? The moon is your subconscious. And your subconscious is being fully illuminated by optimism. So that's why they say when Jupiter is opposite the moon, that's when prices are most expensive. That's when you're optimistic. That's when you're going to make a lot of money. You might make a lot of sales. People spend a lot. They're optimistic. And then as the moon returns around, returns to Jupiter, to the dark side, optimism wanes. The stock market declines. People purchase less. So there are also these cycles with other things. All right, Saturn. I've been speaking with you guys for a long time, this entire year, about Saturn and Mars, and how certain aspects of Mars relating to Saturn, just like a full moon, just like the sun shining on the moon, creates this situation that you're asking about. Other planets do this to all the planets do this to each other. So Saturn, when Saturn makes a nasty aspect with Mars, there's a real problem. We have like major fights. You might go to jail. Things will break. There's a lot of tension and frustration in the air. And that's from the cycle between the Saturn and the Mars. So let's go back and wrap your question up right now. So the moon cycle is an interesting cycle. But we're not talking about the moon cycle. That's layman's terms. We're talking about the moon in relation to the sun, because that's what a full moon is. Depending on when you were born, right? Born in the morning or the night, one is a major luminary, one is a minor luminary. But the deal is, the bottom line is, under a full moon, things come out. That's the point of it. There's more to it. The full moon the moon is considered loony. That's how you become a lunatic. It's how you're crazy. It's where you're stupid. And so a full moon, the subconscious, the crazy part, it's not just desires. It's not just feelings. It's actually not desires or feelings. It's your subconscious. So, but when all that mixes in, if you're fucking retarded or crazy, you're going to be fucking retarded and crazy under the full moon. Because that's what you'll become. Loony. But you don't become loony. You don't go crazy. Your looniness becomes exposed. And that's what it is. The full moon exposes what you're doing. And that's what it does. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions? That's a good question. Was poorly phrased, but that's a good question. And you're not paying attention, so you're wasting my fucking time. But I think that's a good explanation. Again, and I'll say it again. I said it the first time I explained it, and I'll say it again. On the sunny side, you have to be able to understand this without using any of the constellations. You have to be able to explain it the way I just did without the constellations. Because at times, Vedic and Western astrology these are going to fall in different constellations. So you have to be able to, but the effect is the same. It's similar. It's a similar effect. So that's why I explain it like that. Everything else, boils down to your individual chart. On a regular base, and that's the way this is. It's a little trickier than what you think. That full moon falls under the nodes. And I didn't hear a lot of people saying that, but I'll explain it to you right now. I'll explain it to you right now because I didn't see a lot of people talking about it and it was really bugging me. Watch this. This here, watch this. Watch this. So, where the fuck is my chart? Hold on a sec. Hold on, let me pull my chart back up. Well, when you ask me a stupid fucking question and you don't listen to the answer, I'm gonna get fucking pissed off at you. So, I'm gonna call you stupid. You can't listen. You didn't pay attention when I answered this question last week, and you sure of ass fuck not paying attention right now. That's gonna put me in a bad mood. You're wasting my fucking time. But watch. Watch. This full moon. Watch this. Hey, Sonia, check it out. Sonia, listen to this. I didn't hear a lot of this. You know, I heard a lot of... I didn't hear people talking about this. But the definition of an eclipse in astrology... Looking at this chart right here, the definition of an eclipse is a new moon or a full moon in the same sign as the nodes. That's the definition of an eclipse. A full moon in the same sign as the nodes. And if I'm looking at this, the nodes are in Aries, the moon is in Aries. The sun is in Libra, the south node is in Libra. This is what an eclipse looks like astrologically, regardless of what any fucking donkey says. This is what it looks like. So, I explained this several times. You should go back and watch the past, but I'll explain it again. Because I'm pissed off and I'm clearly not going to continue with the horoscopes today. When the moon was here and we were moving towards the eclipse, the moon was moving towards the south node. And I told you guys there was a big emphasis on clearing up past projects. And there was a strong desire to finish up things that you've always wanted to do. And in addition to that, because it was a new moon eclipse, at the south node takes things away. So you're going to, at that new moon, you're going to take things away. And at the new moon a couple of weeks ago, a lot of people lost their jobs. There was a lot of breakup energy. People decided, they broke up relationships and they decided to move on in life. That was the new moon eclipse. And it's stuff that you can't really go back from. And then I went on to say... Mars is going to be coming in soon. So this south node is going to be in major play for the next little while, right? Because Mars is cruising in. I also went on to say that the full moon, which we just experienced, is going to have a strong push towards the future because it's the north node. It's stuff you want to accomplish for the future, stuff you've never done before. The south node is getting rid of problems from the past. The north node is starting things for the future. And the full moon illuminates. It sees. Everybody can see this thing that you've been working on for the future. You can see my tattoo. You can see it. So there are other things. Kimberly is talking about her car, right, that she co-owns with her dad. I had no idea. Kimberly is 60 years old and she owns a car with her dad. How is that fucking possible? I don't even own a house with my wife. It's my ex-wife. So I don't know how that's, but so Like, we found that out. That's a full moon. That's a discovery. All right, so I bet if you think about it, in the last 2-3 days, you would have found out some information about people that you didn't know about. Maybe someone is pregnant. They were always trying to get pregnant and they just found out they're pregnant. Maybe someone wanted to get a job and they just found out they got a job. All right? Or they're working towards getting a job. There's a possibility. It's probably favorable, right? The full moon. It's probably favorable. So that's what happened, Matt. So that's what happened. It's kind of exciting. You know, Sonia, I was pretty grouchy when I started the conversation, and I'm a little bit grouchy now. But this is actually not a bad question. The way you phrased it pissed me off. But you know what? This stuff I'm talking about is important for everybody. And we'll move on in a sec. I saw you wrote something. Oh, why did you delete that? I didn't see it. Was it rude? Were you being rude? Were you being stupid and rude? Hey, Sonia, listen to this. I started off grouchy, but listen up. I started off grouchy, but check it out. This is actually important. Welcome to the sunny side. When you ask a question in a very faggy way, I'm going to shut you the fuck down and probably kick you off the channel. I don't like to deal with stupidness. And that's what it is. Your question was fucking stupid. And you didn't clarify. But this answer that I'm giving you is important. This is important. And if you don't know any of this, and if this is the first time you're seeing this, this is important. So digest it. Take some time and digest what I'm explaining. And hopefully what I'm explaining can lead to more questions, except more pointed questions, as opposed to a vague thing. What do you think about the full moon? I think it's great. Means dumbass motherfucker's gonna come and waste our fucking day. but I'm pretty sure you've never had this explained to you before without using constellations. And I'm pretty sure you haven't had this explained to you talking about the different cycles of the different planets. And I'm pretty sure you haven't had it explained to you like this. But like, this is really important. So I may have been a little bit angry for a moment or two, but this is an important thing to look at. All right, before we go on, do you have any questions about this, guys? Anybody have any questions about this specifically? Because the moon's moved on, okay? Because the moon's moved on, and we want to say what's going on next. Everybody cool? If there are any questions, let me know. This is not the time. This is not the time to be shy in questions, because I already chewed you guys out. So like, there's no more chewing out. I understand the importance of this answer. So if you guys have any questions about what I'm explaining, then ask. There are no stupid questions anymore, okay? There were, because we were doing something else. But this is an important question. I did answer it several times over the last several weeks. But this pertains not to a full moon in Aries. That's a really novice kind of approach. This is a full moon eclipse at this time of year. This was a big astrological event that happened a couple of days ago. And it was the culmination, it was the second half of what happened a couple of weeks ago. But right now, the moon is over here, okay? Right now, the moon is over here, and it's gonna move, it's getting ready to go back here. But this week it's not. This week, the moon is going to hang out here. I think it gets back to here. So we're not real. This is the path of the moon this week. So what we have this week is we're going to have this happen this week. We're going to have a square like that. It's a moon square the sun this week. And that's a different type of energy. You know how I was talking about the sun completely illuminating the moon. But this situation has the moon returning to darkness. The moon is returning to darkness. So this direction, brighter and brighter and brighter. This direction, darker and darker and darker. And it means something. And when we get to the midway point right here, it's a point of, like, this is a week of decisions. Right? It's decisions you're going to have to make on your own about where you want to go. And that's where the moon is going to be this week. And the moon is going to cross Mars. So people are going to want to very much pursue that internal interest. I also checked because I was worried that Mars was going to square the moon. Mars was going to square the sun. I was worried, but it doesn't. The sun moves faster than Mars, right? The sun, it takes 1 year for the sun to travel the zodiac. It takes 2 years for Mars. So the sun moves faster than Mars. So we're not going to have that problem, which is good because I thought we were going to have the problem. But we are going to have this problem. Mars opposite Pluto. But that's not going to happen this week, so I didn't add it in the horoscopes. But that's the path of the moon, man. The sun-moon relationship is extremely it's the most important thing in astrology. Astrology can really boil down to, hey Devon, I hope you're having an amazing day. I'm cussing out the audience. You know the way it is. Yeah, don't take it personal. Just don't take it personal. But asking, that's a not, you shouldn't speak like that. you shouldn't speak to people like that. If you have a question, you should ask a question. Okay, what else? No, man, this is a big deal. This is a big ass question. This is a big effing deal question. It was like, I wasn't gonna do all of this today. I was gonna, because I looked at this before I came online. And there's not a lot happening this week. All we really have is Venus changing signs. That's it. And all we have this week is Venus changing signs. And I looked into the Mars thing, and we have Mars and the moon. You know, but Mars isn't squaring the sun. So, like, you know, it's not, but the moon is going to square the sun. You'll feel that. But, like, it's not really doing nothing. This is like, there's not much astrology going on this week. Except for Venus changing signs, there's not a lot of astrology happening this week. Any questions? I didn't answer, hey, CD, I didn't answer the move forward into the week thing. I didn't really answer that. But like that's a thing. That's a thing, man. Moving forward into the week. Okay, so we just moved towards the north node. Now we're going to move towards the south node again. But that's not really what's happening. What's really happening is this right here. This right here is what's happening astrologically, believe it or not. And that right there it's you guys or people are going to reevaluate decisions this week. Remember, the new moon eclipse brought a lot of endings. The full moon a couple of days ago brought a lot of beginnings and new adventures. And this week, as the moon arcs across into dark, as the moon moves deeper into darkness behind the sun, like way before it gets there, right around the time the moon crosses Mars, you guys are going to make some decisions about where you want to be in life. The things that you started here, or the things that are on display last week, you're going to figure out, you're going to decide if you want to keep going. And an example would be like my, no, Sonia, fuck you. I don't have to allow for shit. I'm allowing right now. Why don't you? I'm allowing you the permission. I'm giving you permission to pay attention. Sonia, you didn't pay attention. I explained. I had to repeat myself because of you. So that's not cool, man. And you're not asking questions. You're just being a shitty student. My dear, I've been asking you, do you understand? I'm asking you. Does this make sense? I'm asking you if you have questions, and all you're doing is cunting out. All you're doing is being a cunt. You're not being a cunt, but you're not answering my questions that I'm asking you. Do you understand this? Does this make sense? Or do you want to call me names? Because I don't care about you. This is free. Pay to take my class. Pay to take my class. Pay to take my class. I clearly am the best astrologer you've ever seen in your life. Clearly. So, but this is important. So if you have any questions, ask your question. Now's the time to ask it. Actually, now's the time to ask it. Come on, Sonia. Chill out, man. Chill out. I'm not angry anymore, but you're escalating. Chill out. Do you have any questions about this? Does this make sense? Come on, does this make sense? When I say the astrology of the week is actually taking place right here, does that make sense? I'll explain it to you guys. That astrology that I circled the aspect, right? The sun moon aspect. It's going to create a square where the moon and that square, right? You can see the red lines on the chart, right? I'm circled and highlighted it, but you can see it. And that indicates time to make a decision. And the decision relates back to that's here, that's on full display. You guys know I'm repeating myself yet again, right? On a video, I'm repeating myself. All right, next. Well, I don't know. It's a good question. It's an interesting conversation. Although this happened last week and ain't gonna happen again. So it's an interesting conversation. It's something. Now this entire fucking conversation has already happened, right? This entire astrology that's going on has already happened. So it's kind of a really waste of fucking time to talk about it. So it's already happened. And it's not gonna happen, so like, but at the same time, you should really, really pay attention to this stuff. Unsubscribe right here. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You are banned from my fucking channel. Bye. Bye, Sonia. Bye. Don't come back. Holy fuck, Sonia. Even this fucking conversation. I'm asking you to ask a fucking question and all you do is shit on me. Sonia, fuck off! You've been banned from the sunny side. I don't ever want you. You can't come back. You're too fucking stupid to be here. Fuck off! Don't come back. You're banned. Fuck off, Ginger. Don't let that cunt back on my channel. She is now a fucking cunt. Get the fuck off and don't ever come back, you stupid bitch. How could you be so stupid here? How can you be? I bet you don't wash your fucking pussy. So, well, how fucking stupid? I'm asking you. Do you fucking understand? I'm asking, do you fucking understand? It's that simple, so that we can move on, and you didn't do it. Goodbye, don't fucking come back. Holy fuck, man. Talk about people pissing me off. Fuck. Let's take a pause. Let's pause for a sec. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Hey, listen to this, though. Although that ended quite poorly. Unprofessional. I'm worth more money than your fucking neighborhood, you stinky cunt. Get the fuck away. Ah! I can't stand fucking retards who can't. My dear. If you're an old lady, why the fuck are you talking to me? Anyways, that's not the problem. That's not the problem. Let's calm down. Let's calm down. I can't believe I had to repeat myself so many times, and she didn't pay attention to anything I was saying. I really can't believe it. For those who don't know, I do know Sonia. I do know Sonia. Sonia is a long-time Sun. From what I remember, she's a long-time SunnySider. She knows better than to say this stupid shit. She knows better than to do that. Let's calm down. My grumpy side has been illuminated for sure. Anyways, calm down. It's too bad we had to ban that fucking idiot for being rude. He'll walk in, ask a stupid question, and then make the teacher repeat himself. Make the teacher repeat himself because you weren't listening, and then you become a cunt. It's gonna get you kicked the fuck out of the universe. Like, how did you make it to this? Sonia, how did you make it this far in life being fucking retarded? Right? Do people not stand beside you because you have a stinky vagina? Like, did you not know that? Like, why would you come in here and not listen? I got mad because you asked a stupid question, but I answered your stupid question, and I answered and I went way above, and then you went on to be even more stupid. You're fucking an idiot. Just fuck off. You feel sorry for... You're like, you know, I don't want you to feel nothing for me, lady. Nothing. I don't believe in your God. I don't believe in you. I think you're a fucking retard. Oh my God. Do you know how fucking stupid you look? Arguing with someone talking on TV? Do you know that? Have you figured that out yet? Do you know how fucking retarded you are to not listen to someone after you ask a question? Like, did you want your question answered, or did you want us to smell your stinky vagina? Like, what is your fucking problem? But I'm telling you, and I'm telling everybody, we banned her. She's never going to be a problem again. Bad questions aren't a problem, guys. There's no such thing as bad questions. There are no such thing as bad questions. But there are things that will really set me off. And we are going through a situation in life right now, the world, where people aren't thinking. They're repeating things they say. They're repeating things they see without thinking. And it's really affecting me. I'm an M. I'm a psychic from Mensa. This really affects me in a major. It affects me so much that I can't talk to you guys. When you ask a question, that style of language is meme talk. It's what they say in the astrology chats. They say things like, what are your thoughts? Moon square bit, go. In university, you have to study. You have to study for years before you're allowed to do anything. Right? In astrology, you need to you don't get into my class. So like you have to. How do I say this? It's something that's fallen by the wayside in these days. You know, I'll give you an example of what I'm trying to talk about. When I was young and I trained in Muay Thai, I trained with Suchar Sam in Toronto. And when I first went into the club, Suchar wouldn't let me train with anyone. He said he put me in front of the bag, and like big bag, right? Floor to ceiling bag. And he says, you have to learn to control your body. And so until you learn to control your body, I'm not letting you train with anybody. It means you have to kick without falling down. You have to be able to move your weight around without doing that. And then you could go train. In music, you don't get to go do shit until you know all your scales. Like, I don't know why I'm saying this to you guys. It's really causing me a lot of pain in my head to think through this to you guys. But the way the world has evolved right now, there's a lot of you're walking into situations and where you're opening your mouth when you should really shut up and listen. And if you do ask a question in the world, in a situation where you are clearly out of your league, you should really humble yourself and listen to what's going on. Sonya did not humble herself. She went on to tell us in every single statement how that she's here to be disruptive. And I started to show off in a bad mood. I started off in a bad mood. You guys knew I was in a bad mood when I came on because of that Teespring ad, and the merchandise hasn't showed up yet. I'm pissed off at YouTube. I still took the time to answer your question, and I answered it twice. And you still went on and talked shit. You should fuck off. Actually, we made you fuck off. All right, next. Is it really, Paxton? You don't have to explain. I'll explain. I'll see if I can figure it out. Is it really what I'm describing? I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, I don't know. The illumination side, right? Illuminating the subconscious. Well, I guess if you guys didn't know. Yeah, that's a good question, man. That's a good question. Well, Ginger is the best moderator in all of the universe. Forget her for a second. It's interesting. For those who don't know, this really is my subconscious on display. These are my real feelings about this kind of stuff. And even if I would consider it a bad question, I'll still answer it. And as I answer it, I learn more. I like to teach. I like to learn as I answer things. And I do. And as I was doing this, I was realizing some stuff as I was answering the question. So I didn't really mind answering. After I got past she has no fucking brains, I started to get into this question. I started to get into it. And I really wanted to know if she understood what was going on, but she didn't really seem to understand, because when I made that comment about the Aries, it was the first comment I made, right? Because I didn't like the way the question was phrased. She went on to say things about she has no Aries in her sign and blah, blah, blah. But like, I'm trying to tell you guys, we have to figure this out without the constellations. And for the most part, we do. Without the constellations, without the houses. And for the most part, we do. And we do it here astrologically by the distance between the planets. I know it seems like houses, it seems like constellations, but it's really the distance between the planets. That's why these things like the full moon is so important. And like talking about it on our channel here is so important, because you're illuminating the moon. And then the moon-Jupiter cycle is so important because optimism is so important. Or Saturn-Mars, right? Saturn-Mars put Tina in a lot of problems. It puts some of you guys in a lot of problems. Right? These are interesting. These are very strong astrological concepts that are completely independent of the idea of constellation. However, what was left out of the equation was the added complication that it's eclipse season and we're moving through. Like the new moon wasn't just a new moon, it was an eclipse. And I explained what it was. I explained it when it happened a couple of weeks ago. And the full moon, I explained this last week. And I explained why it was important. And then today, I guess we did kind of a recap today because I allowed myself to get all this time wasted. So it's an interesting situation. It's interesting. All right. So it is kind of interesting. Okay, so it's too bad we had to ban her, because like she could have really learned a lot. She could have really been a valuable part of our community if she'd learned to not be a cunt, not to be a stupid bitch, and to just shut the fuck up and listen. She could have been a valuable part of the community. Ask a question when you don't know what's going on. Ask. Of course, she didn't do that. She was trying to be smart, but she was really being fucking stupid. You have to be very careful in this life. You have to be very careful. She did not expect to walk into that kind of response. She expected to walk into what she does every fucking day, which is walk into a land of stupid. That is not what we do here. So, all right. Next. Next. Holy fuck. Wasting my fucking day. my God, man. If you're gonna ask a question, listen to the fucking answer. Okay, enough of that. How was everybody's week? Did anybody do anything interesting this week? You know, honestly, guys, guys, you know what? I was kind of procrastinating this week. I know I did up the tattoo, and I know I was doing that stuff, and I know I really was, but it's kind of procrastinating, you know? I didn't shoot any videos for the course. The course is done. Like, the course, you have to outline it and do all this stuff, and like you have to write tests and stuff. It's all done. The videos have to be shot now, and that's like my least. It's production. I'm at the production part, and I really don't like production. So I've been procrastinating. So I've been hanging out in the tattoo parlor, getting the ink, procrastinating. But it's really time to do the work. All right, next. That's cool. Oh, laugh. All you're going to see is me yelling and screaming at someone. You had knee surgery on Tuesday? There you go. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, it's great to see you. I didn't know that was your last name. Well, maybe I did, but great to see you. Thanks, Elizabeth. It's great. It's great. I'm really happy to see you. Actually, I was actually really happy to see Sonia until she decided to be a bitch. Until she decided to be stupid. I was really happy to see Sonia, but like, she being an asshole, she was being stupid. So, all right. Thanks, Elizabeth. Okay, next. Let me answer that eclipse question. Listen to this, Paxton. Okay. Now that's a question. Is an eclipse a thing? That's never relevant. Is eclipse a thing? That's a legitimate question. Not like, eclipse your thoughts. Are you fucking stupid? I have 2,000 fucking videos of my thoughts. Dumb bitch. Okay. And books written about my thoughts. And I'm recording a course about my thoughts. Fuck. You really don't want to know what I fucking think about you. So, next. Listen to this, man. Oh, Devon. Devon. All right, everybody calm down. Oh, thanks, Avis. The eclipse. Let's lose the word eclipse for a couple of minutes. This is a really, really, really good question. No, see an eclipse. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Most astrology. Okay, everybody calm down. This is a real serious question. You see, that chick should have stuck around. Instead of fighting, she should have asked this question here about the eclipse. This is a really good question. Let's move on. Let's forget Sonia. Let's move on. I just don't like getting ups. What happens is, if I keep getting angry like this at you guys, it makes me not want to come in line and talk to you guys. So, here's the deal about the eclipse. Hey, Cray, Monday. Oh, shit, I gotta do a time, right? Monday. I can't tell you a time because of the time zone, right? But Monday, early for me, afternoon for you. All right, hey, Danielle, I hope you're having an amazing day. Okay, check it out. The thing about the eclipse, forget the word eclipse. Let's use the word nodes. Because an eclipse is a new moon or a full moon in the same sign as the nodes, astrologically. There's a way you do it looking in the sky, but it's not really the point. Now, again, I'm going to repeat myself, and I'm going to say it a little slowly and stuff. This is super important. This is like the most important thing in astrology. So, the most important things in astrology, okay, you guys ready? It's not your sun, moon, and ascendant. That is not the most important thing in astrology. Because most people don't know the time they were born. So like that. The most important things in astrology are the sun, the moon, and the nodes. Guys got it? Because the sun and the moon are the lights in astrology. Saturn's not a light, Jupiter's not a light, Mars not. These are the big ass lights. In certain places they call it lights. These are the luminaries, major luminaries, sun and moon. And the relationship between the sun and the moon, the relationship, hey Erica, I hope you're having an amazing day. The relationship between the sun and the moon that's most astrology. And you can tell more about a person by the relationship in the sun and the moon than almost anything else. Like for real. If you're born on a new moon, you're aggressive. If you're born on a quarter moon, your parents were probably divorced, you know, you might have been adopted, you're not raised by your real dad. If you're born at a quarter moon, if the sun squares the moon, you'll be indecisive, you'll be lazy, you might be a bit of a drug addict. If you're born on a full moon, you tend to give in to the other person very easily, you capitulate to others, you do what others say all the time, you're easygoing, you're probably happy, you're on full display, you're you. Right? That's a big ass deal, man. You could learn a lot from just the sun and just the moon. If the sun is certain, I know if you're if someone's gonna steal all your money, or if you're gonna be reclusive, or someone's gonna steal all your money. You know, we learn that stuff, just the sun and the moon. Now, and they're considered the forces of good in astrology. And the nodes are considered the forces of evil in astrology. So because the nodes are incomplete. So when you hit a south node, things shrink up, or you have to go back and address something, right? And when I drew this, you know, Paxton, that's an interesting question. When I drew all this up for you guys, check it out. This entire explanation of everything that I'm talking about here is the sun and the moon and the nodes. It's what I'm talking about, the sun, moon, and nodes. And that's the deal. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal. And moving forward, I'm going to erase all this. You guys cool if I erase all this? I think this is the next big, this is going to be a big deal, right? Like, that's going to cause a lot of violence. Like, this is an ending. Next week, there's going to be an ending. There's going to be a violence. It's going to be bad. Not like next week. Like, we're looking at next week. I mean, the week after next week. Like, in 2 weeks, it's going to get really bad. This doesn't cross this week. I don't think it crosses this week. But, it's going to get really bad. But after this bad thing happens, then we're going to be pushing towards that. Mars is going to be pushing towards the south node. So it's going to take a bit of time to get there. And it's not going to get there. Mars is going to get to about here, and then it's going to back up. So if you were working on projects from the past, that's going to stop soon. When Mars turns retrograde, that's going to stop. And when Mars moves forward, it's going to resume. So that's something to keep note of. But that's kind of how the sun, the moon, and the nodes kind of go together. And it's really important astrologically. And that's the way it is. That's the way it works. Well, you know, Erica, I like to keep it simple. I like to keep it simple. I kind of believe that if you can't see it, it's not really there. But that's not true. That's not true at all. That's why I have all these little guys on the chart. Like that little guy, these are midpoints, right? These little guys are midpoints. And so there should be more than 3, but those are midpoints, and you don't really see them. They're not that, but yeah, I think you should be able to see everything. But at the same time, you guys ever study midpoint astrology? I don't do much of it here because there's a lot of it. I've shown it to you several, but I don't want to show it to you now. But that stuff tends to really be true. I don't look at it because like you have to figure out all the midpoints, man. Like, it's a lot to look at. And so it's a lot to look at. So I just put a couple on my charts. But midpoint astrology is like, it's like I'm a fan. I think that's the way to do it. But like I do horoscopes. So like horoscope is different. Like I know it doesn't look like it, but I do whole sign. When I do the horoscopes, it's whole sign. And when I do individual readings, it's placidius. It's different. Anyways, that's the deal, man. It's kind of neat. All right. Any other questions? Hey, Lydian, what's up? Oh, that's Daniela. That's okay. Hey, Daniela, I'm gonna book off for. I'm gonna take off for a second because I want to shoot a video where I'm not fucking angry at everyone. Or I have to deal with fucking idiots. But you know, hey, Daniela, you know what my tattoo artist said to me? She said there are like, at the tattoo conventions, there's always a tarot reader at the tattoo conventions. And she was saying there's always a tarot reader at any of these kind of convention things. So I didn't really think about it before, because I kind of thinking of trying to find you a job, like a job as opposed to a hustle job. But there are probably places like that you could probably squish into, you know. Maybe there's, because I don't know what's in Madison, but like something has got to be there. Or maybe the casino lets you back in to read cards, you know. Maybe a casino lets you read cards is cool again. Like something, you know what you're doing, but I'm just saying the tattoo artist said something like that. Hey, Cosmic Girl, what's up? I hope you're having an amazing day. It's great to see you. You sound like a quarter moon kind of gal. Oh, man. Quarter moon is a real thing. Oh, wow. It was conjunct your south node. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what the deal with that is. Huh. Hey, Window Licker, I appreciate that. It's too bad I couldn't keep my cool. I lost the TheSunnySider today, and it was my fault. I couldn't keep my cool. I could have been more smooth with her, but I was in a bad mood to start off before she said anything. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It happens. It's okay. It's not a big deal. And to think one subscriber you guys want to see, you guys know how many hundreds of subscribers I lose a month and you don't even see? I must lose about between 300 and 500 subscribers every month and you guys don't see it. So like, I don't really give a fuck about one stupid stinky cunt bitch. I really don't, you know. I cared about losing my ex-wife. I don't give a fuck about you guys. Okay, next. All right, next. Good question. Anyway, thanks, Certified. I appreciate that. Are the effects of a transit actually triggered by the moon? That's a hell of a question, man. Hey, CD, the question, the transits. Okay, well, yes, and here's the real. You know what? The word's not. Okay, so that's the words, right? That's the word. Like, that's what it is. I'm going to answer this question and try and figure it out. CD says, are the effects of a transit actually triggered by the moon? That is a hell of a question. Okay, so I use the word activated. That's not the real word. I use the word activated. The triggered is another word we use, right? Triggered and activated. But the real word is, it's not triggered or activated. It's, what's the real word? It's not. Anyways, I can't remember the real word. But what happens is, oh, it's an indicator. No, it's, what's the word? It's not indicator, it's, there's a Vedic word for, forget it. the planet that does the activating, it's oh man, I can't remember the word, man. It's so important. But what happens is the planet that activates, timing. Oh, timing. We use the word for timing. Hey, sorry, sparked is a good word too, right? Sparked is a good word. That's a word I would use. It's timing. We use these to time things. Like the moon, we use it to time the event. Mars, we use to time the event. Saturn, we use to time the event. So we use the planets not as triggering mechanisms, but more along the phrase of timing the events. So, but like it's triggered, right? Like it's triggered. That's what it is. Or affected, or like whatever. But the word is time. Now here's the thing. You guys all, including me, want to say the moon because, like, man, that's sports gambling right there. But that's not the real answer. The real answer is there is the moon might not be involved with the event. So, for example, but a moon closes energy pretty quick. So, okay, but enough of that. Oftentimes, Mars triggers events, right? Like Mars will trigger a heart attack. Mars will trigger a car accident. Mars will trigger cheating in relationships. Mars will trigger a divorce. Mars will trigger violence. But the moon also triggers cheating in relationships. Yeah, the moon will make you unfaithful. You'll give in to the other person, right? Or the moon will trigger that. The moon triggers a lot, especially a full moon. The moon triggers a lot. The Mars triggers a lot. I'm going through a Venus transit right now. Hey, Pam, what's up? Nice. Nice. Good girl. Good going, Daniela. Good job. Super good job. Super proud of you. Keep going. All right. Next. Hey, Pam. Hey, Gloria. Like Moon Chiron. Yeah, man. Like Moon Chiron. You're going to face it every month. You'll face the Moon Chiron every month. Now, here's an interesting thing. But there are other indicators. Let me show you. I'll just show you really quickly. That's this, you guys. You know, it's too bad Sonia had to. I can't say this enough. It's too bad she had to be like this because this is turning it into an interesting conversation. Watch this. And she was going on and on and on. She is one angry bitch. But there you go. Her subconscious is on full display for everyone to see. Okay, watch. So this is my chart. And I'm going through Venus right now. Right? We're talking about different planets triggering different things. Well, this right here. Okay, let's take a picture of I'll scribble on it and I'll show you. This is fascinating. Can you forgive her? Who, that Sonia girl who was yelling and screaming a couple of seconds ago, who was being rude? Yeah, of course, man. Of course I can forgive her. I don't even care. I gladly welcome her. I would have gladly welcomed her back. I would have, but I banned her. But I banned her. I should have just put her in timeout, but she wasn't calming down. She didn't calm down. I had calmed down. And I was answering questions, and I'm asking you more questions, you know. I had calmed down and realized that but she didn't calm down. And not only did she not calm down, she wasn't listening to the answer of the question that she asked during the fucking horoscopes. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but we didn't do the horoscopes today. And that means that chick needs a fucking kick in the box for that. Her behavior is fucking believably selfish and is not fucking welcome here. Actually, I think I answered the question. We're not bringing her back. Fuck her. She's not welcome here. It's selfish. She should have stayed and been part of the conversation that she started instead of being a stinky vagina. Okay, here we go. So talking about things that trigger, watch this. You got your teeth extracted on the full moon on the Aries? Oh my God. Yeah, man, Aries, your head. Aries, your head. The moon's in Aries. Yeah, man. Yeah, of course. That's a good answer. Watch this. So Venus is transiting like this. I started the tattoo work down here. And Venus is adding beauty. This Venus here is adding beauty to the chart everywhere it goes as it travels like this. And so that's what I'm going through right now. I'm doing my Venus right now. And that's why I have to finish this course, because that's money, right? So Venus is beauty and money. And I'm doing the tattoo, I'm changing my clothes, I gotta go buy some shoes. I'm doing my Venus right now. Not my Venus, okay? I'm not doing my Venus, because this is my Venus. And it's in relationship house, and I'm clearly not doing any kind of relationship. A date night with Virgo? What? Pam, I'm not doing any readings right now. So, the Virgo, you're sticking it out with the Virgo. Nice, nice. Let me say this again. So I'm not doing my Venus, okay? Because my Venus not really doing anything. But my Venus is going to get triggered, right? Or it's going to get activated, or it's going to get any of those things. Like my Venus, these guys are all going to get triggered by this guy right here. Everybody cool? Does that make sense? I know we asked, does the moon do it? But I'm showing you that you get activated, your chart gets activated in different ways by different planets. And I know it seems like regular life transit things, but I'm kind of slowing it down the planet for you. So now Mars can be a trigger as well, right? Mars is moving towards my south node, so right south node here, so I'm getting some stuff. I'm gonna put energy doing this as Mars passes. So there's a lot of, so that Mars is gonna trigger my south node, but Mars not gonna go that far. Mars is gonna turn retrograde soon, right? So like Mars is there. The moon is, it's like, it depends. Saturn triggers my stellium because Saturn is squaring my stellium, so it's triggering my stellium. So Venus is triggering in a positive way, and Saturn is triggering in a negative way. Make sense? Does it make sense? Like, so the moon, like, it's a good. So the answer, like, the first thing it's the moon is the very first trigger that we look at, because the moon moves so fast and it happens all the time. Is the main one I use in horoscopes. But on a personal level, all of the planets have the ability to trigger certain events in your life. Well, that's a heavy question, man. That's a heavy question. I hope that answer helps. I hope that answer helps. I hope that answer helps. I think the answer, your question is, yeah, it's the moon is the indicator. But like, other things are, there's a word for it in Vedic astrology. It's like Abhishekshur or something, or like cutting planet, like the planet that kills, or the planet that cutters, or the Kraka. I think it's called the Kraka or something, the indicator planet or something like that. I'm not sure what it's called. But like, different planets are different triggers for different things in different charts. Wow, seriously, man, no joke. All right, next, for real, different planets are triggers, for different things, depending on the chart. The moon is the first trigger, because the moon travels the fastest, right? So it's the first trigger. That's a hell of a question, man. Is it? You guys got it? That was an interesting question. Wow, we did a lot of astrology today. It's too bad we got so angry at that thing. Can we forgive her? I don't know. Let me go back and see if she can be unblocked. I'll go back and unblock her. Whatever. If I can find her, I'll unblock her. If I can't, then I won't. All right, I unblocked her. I unblocked her. I unblocked her. What kind? I unblocked her, but I'm going to tell you something. Don't use the fucking word unprofessional around me, because you're getting this shit for free, you stupid cunt. I'm going to say it again. Only a stupid cunt would go, does this look fucking professional? It's YouTube, you stupid bitch. I wear a suit when I write for the fucking newspaper. Fuck you, I wear a suit on stage, you stupid, stupid, stupid fucking cunt. But you've been unblocked. There you go. Oh my God, Sonia, you came back. All right. I apologize for calling you all those names. Welcome back. Hey, Sonia, welcome back. Welcome back. Do you have any questions? Did that make sense to you? I apologize for the name calling. I'm really happy to see you back. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? Forget, not where the, like, did your question, does this make sense to you? Does it make sense, the not Aries part of it? Let me go back to your question for a second. Hey, Sonia, you know that thing you said about the Aries? Listen to this. I will address that. Because we had a SunnySider, one of these guys, they had the full moon in Aries, and she had teeth work, right? It's the head. But not everybody, it's not going to affect everyone the same. And that's where it gets tricky. So just because it's in Aries doesn't mean it's going to hit, you're going to hit your head. But it does mean an Aries might hit their head. And so, because, excuse me, the moon is going to, you see, we use the term Aries. But what I'm trying to tell you is the moon was actually conjunct her sun. Because she's in Aries. She's in Aries. And that's kind of how it works, you know? So it's kind of how it works. I believe, listen to this. I believe that things like the constellations or the houses, the rising, these are all things that existed before, like watches and calendars. The calendar was vague. Calendar was vague. Time was vague. Astrology was vague. When you hear people say things like, and the calendar was different back then. When people say things like, back 1,000 years ago or 3,000 years ago, they used to always use their rising sign instead of their sun sign. Some kind of stupidness like that. Most of it is no. Most of it is no. There is no. If you just look at the questions you guys are asking today, with the assistance of a professional astrologer and computer software, then the things that they're saying about 2,000-3,000 years ago is completely impossible. You probably wouldn't know the day of the week, or you probably wouldn't know the time of anything. So like that suddenly, so that's all kind of no, right? Like it's no. But like, you can always recognize the relationship between the planets. And that's the deal. That is the yes. So as the world has physically changed over the last many, many thousands of years, and the sky has changed from our earthly perspective, some things haven't changed. And on the sunny side, I focus on the things that haven't changed, and that's consistent across many different types of astrology, so that people in India understand what the fuck I'm talking about, so that people in the UK know what I'm talking about, so people in China know what I'm talking about. And we have SunnySiders from all of those places. So that's plus we're better than them. We're better than everybody. So that's the deal. All right, next. Hey, Janie, what's up? I hope you're having an amazing day. Hey, Priestess, what's up? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Oh, man, I was arguing with one of the TheSunnySiders. She set me off. I was yelling and screaming. She's still being an idiot. She's still being an idiot. But I unbanned her. I brought her back. She's welcome back. I appreciate it. Maybe someday when she gets the vagina out of her mouth, she'll learn how to talk fucking people. Maybe someday when she learns how to talk out of her mouth instead of her vagina, she could start talking to people again instead of dicks. So, like, all right, whatever, man. Now I'm just being stupid. All right. But I am glad that she's back. I am glad that she's learning in the background. I don't know how many fucking times I have to ask her if she has any questions, but she hasn't asked. I must assume that she knows everything. Actually, you know, Devon, it's okay, man. It's okay, because she clearly doesn't want to know any answers. Saying this thing like student and all that shit, or someone wants to learn, it's real bullshit. It's a real stupid thing. She came here, as many people do, looking for attention from me. And from you, and from Ginger. She came here looking for attention. Unfortunately, well, it just didn't play out well. It just didn't, her initial question sort of set me off a little bit. But we had a great astrological conversation as a result of it. And it is kind of the overview of the astrology for the last 2-3 weeks. So like it is. And the questions that you guys had that arose from the conversation are really, like, I think they're great questions. I think it's all pretty cool. Even the idea of how we finished it off with the Aries and the constellations, how that affects you. I know that's your biggest question. And I'm trying to explain to you that I know it's your biggest question. It was part of her question. Unfortunately, I'm trying to explain to you that we remove, for the most part, that part of the question when I'm addressing masses of people, the 2,000 people who are going to see this video. So that's why we do it like this. Hey, Tian, what's up? Gingie's taking off? All right, I'm going to take off too, Ginger. I'm going to go have dinner. All right, guys. I guess we're going to come back tomorrow, maybe. Maybe not. Devon, I ordered the jewelry. I ordered some jewelry that I made for your kids, but like I'm waiting to see it first, and then I'll send the things down, and nothing has showed up yet. It's why I was grouchy to start the show, because I went to check, and then I saw a commercial, and it really pissed me off. But aside of that, everything is all right. All right, guys, I'm gonna take off because I'm not in a good mood. I'm not in a great mood. All right, that's it. I hope you guys learned something today. From TheSunnySide.net, I'm Sonny, wishing everyone the best of an amazing, amazing day. Good luck, guys. Good luck, guys. Good luck, guys. Guys, before you go, you should know the world is a lot fucking bigger than wherever the fuck you are. You don't jump in and start talking stupid. You pay attention, learn, figure it, just fuck off and leave me alone. Don't ask, come here, don't, just fuck off and leave me alone. All right, next. Next. No, I didn't do the raffle. Priestess, you're in the raffle. I saw you there, but I didn't spin the wheel because I got pissed off. Ella has questions. Oh, you want to see what it looks like? It's so pretty. All right, let me go. All right, guys, from TheSunnySide.net, I'm Sonny, wishing everyone the best of an amazing day. And I'll see you guys soon.